Well, everybody, we are cursed with the Disney Castle. I don't even know what else to say. I'm at a loss for words, but I gotta go find all the pieces, put it back together. Just is what it is, apparently. Welcome back to Bangers Bricks, everybody. My name is Ben, and today's video, we get to start building the Disney Castle. I am very excited, so let's get started. So before we start building the new Disney Castle set 43222, I wanted to point out just one real quick thing. If you missed our last video, I'll put it up here above. Please make sure you go check it out. We are trying to complete our shadow box and our Lego collection of Iron Man. One of the new suits that we are going to be adding, we just received in the mail, Ollie, and it is the Iron Man Rescue Pepper Potts minifigure. So we are going to be adding this new one to our Lego display. I know it's not necessarily Tony Stark, but it is one of the Iron Man suits, so we are going to be adding that in. And I think we have about 7 minifigures that we still need to collect. But enough about that, Ollie. Let's get to building the Disney Castle.
I'm so excited, guys.
All right, everybody, so we have all of our pieces out and about here. We have 3 manuals. I really like the different manuals that they use, especially giving some of the insight on a few of the different references within the build itself, and then also going through a little bit more about the builder, the design, and really just everything about the castle itself. So I mentioned that I had bought this used, and I'm still pretty excited as the person did a really good job of actually disassembling and kind of reverse building this. So we do have bag 1, which obviously goes through a little bit more of the Technic build and the base, and then they do have it about every 3 or 4 bags. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then kind of moving forward, they also have all the extra pieces. All the minifigures are in there as well. So everything is well organized. We just have to get through and actually start building it. So let's
Get started!
Well, everyone, it's time to start building the base for the Disney Castle, and on the left side of your screen, we're going to talk about the Get Upside app. I've talked about this once or twice here, and I primarily use the Get Upside app for gas, but you can use it for gas, restaurants, and other convenience stores as well. I love it because I do travel quite a bit, and it's something where I can go on, I can upload a receipt at a gas station and get 21 cents, 13 cents a gallon back, especially Circle K, one of the examples on the screen. You could see 21 cents a gallon back, which is huge. So definitely a great way to earn cash back at the pump when you're going to be filling up with gas no matter what. So definitely something I highly suggest to check out. And then when you go and check out your cash out balance at some point, if you ever want to get that money back, you can download it straight back into your bank account. You can get Amazon, Cabela's, Dunkin' Donuts, whatever gift card you want. They have so many different options. If you want to sign up, make sure you go to the Get Upside app and use our invite code. They're always doing specials where you can use our code and get $5 for free getting started. So definitely use our invite code, check it out, save some money, get some cash back. Well, we are 15 bags through the new Disney Castle, and it is looking phenomenal. I have to say I've been living under a rock because until I completely finished the base for the new Disney Castle, thought that the old Disney Castle was still better. I thought that this was phenomenal. I love the actual grays. I thought the little sticker pieces were kind of unique. The minifigures were phenomenal. But as I take a look as to how they changed the build styles and some of these columns, added in some of the different colors, minifigures have been great so far. This is clearly the better build. Now, obviously, it's much bigger, so it does accentuate some of the different characteristics of the build, but overall, it looks so nice. I love the different blues. I love the water out front. I love the different gold elements that are added in here. Just overall looks so much better. These column parts, as I mentioned, are so nice. I love some of the different rounded slope pieces they use versus just adding one dinky little piece on the side here and calling it a column. It's just so much more intricate and, again, looks so much better. I am really excited to see how the top or the second or third stories turn out, as well as the open back. So let's take a look inside. So if you couldn't tell, I clearly think that the new Disney Castle is better from an outside and a front perspective. When it comes to the open back, especially on the first floor so far, I think it's a little bit more of a draw. I do like that this is bigger on the new Disney Castle. I like the fact that they use some of these sticker elements for these panels, just kind of giving it more of like I think it's supposed to be like a stained glass look. I do like that the center little carpet or rug here actually spins. I think the chandelier on the inside is a little bit of an upgrade from the previous one, as well as some of the different references. But just the backside of some of these pillars are super cool. I like the little hallways that it accentuates here on the sides. So overall, great space, great references. I think some of the piece elements, updates that they're using are nicer. But I do like just the kind of the classic look here on the old Disney Castle as well. I think these night elements and minifigures are really cool. I like some of the different references with the clock, and then we have Aladdin, just a lot of other cool references. This is built down here in the middle again. Chandelier is pretty decent. So let's take a look. Let's keep building and see which one continues to improve here. Well, it's going to show you the complete build for the second story or the tower portion of the Disney Castle. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waste my time. I just want to let you know it was a great build. There were a lot of different hidden gems within the set itself. But yeah, let's check it out. Here we are, everybody. We have the old and we have the new and improved. We have the old Disney Castle 71040, right? Came out in 2016, right around 4,000 pieces. And it looks phenomenal. I think for when this set came out and all the different references it has to the movies, I think that this is a tremendous set. And I'm really excited to have both of these in our collection. Now this one, right, coming in at a whopping like 4,800 pieces, 4,837 pieces. Came out this year, set 43222, last year, 2023, but still a phenomenal set. Now you can really see just over time really how much more detailed each set is getting. I think the contrast between the different blues and the pink really accentuates some of the different characteristics of the Disney Castle, for especially the new one, and then the old one, really just the grays, the yellows, the whites really pop out a lot to me as well. When it comes to the backside, let's take a quick look at that. I'm not going to spend a ton of time as I want to get these in the Lego City and really just start enjoying the different views of them. So taking a look at the back, one thing that really stood out to me is I know we talked about the size differential and really just how many more pieces were used in the new Disney Castle. But the one thing we talked about was really how substantially wider the base was than the old Disney Castle. But when it comes to the second tier of the castle itself, it's really not that much different. I will say it's definitely elongated, obviously, because it's a little bit taller. But from a width standpoint, it's really not a whole lot different. But when it comes to movie references, this was kind of my favorite part, as I'm actually a big Rapunzel and Flynn Rider fan. So those are two of my favorite figs. Now, when it comes to other movie references, I know it has a bunch. It might be like 14 or 15 different movie references. So I'm not gonna be able to name them all. I know just looking here, I could see a little bit of Moana in there. I saw a Little Mermaid, Mulan, Beauty and the Beast, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Fantasia, Pocahontas, so many different ones. I'm not going to be able to name them all, and I'm not going to do them justice. But overall, from a minifig standpoint, we do have Prince Dorian, Snow White. We do have Prince Naveen, Tiana. And then, as I mentioned, we do have Flynn Rider, as well as Rapunzel. And then on top, we have Prince Charming and Cinderella. So a lot of cool different movie references. And yeah, the one thing that I'm not going to be able to do justice is being able to display it well enough so we can see the backside, but I love the front side of both of these sets. So the biggest thing I need to do is measure them and get them into the Lego City and put them up on our shelving. So yes, I did Google how tall both of the Disney castles were, and I actually remeasured. Now, my biggest worry is that even though the new Disney castle is only 31.5 inches tall, it's only 2 inches, not even 2 inches taller than the old Disney castle. For the old Disney castle, we actually had to just take the tip off of this before we could actually put it onto our shelving. So I'm a little bit nervous as to what we're going to have to take off the top of the new Disney Castle to get it to fit on our shelving. So let's go take a look at how tall our shelving is. And one thing that I have talked about in the past is really potentially moving into a new home. That's been kind of put on a waiting list as we have a lot going on, but it's still in the works. We're still waiting to hear back from the realtors and really see how that goes. But now that we're in the Disney Castle, let's take a look at the second tier here. and see what we're working with as far as height goes. All right, so here we are. We're looking right at about 28 and a half, give or take, maybe 28 and like 5/8. So that's gonna be, we'll have to see. I'll have to measure out and see how we can make this fit. Oh, as I mentioned, everybody, we are still cursed with the Disney Castle, right? I will say that set 43222, this new Disney Castle, does attach a little bit better. So the whole second tier or second portion of this Disney Castle didn't fall off this time. And it was just the tower portion of the Disney Castle, but we're still cursed. It still breaks no matter what. It is what it is. So, but anyway, let's get it put back together and let's get it on our shelf. Well, after our little mishap here, we were able to put the top of the new Disney Castle back together, and then unfortunately had to take the tip of it off just to make sure that it could fit in the Lego room. So very unfortunate there, but we do have everything back together. I think both Disney Castles look pretty good next to each other. One thing I do want to add in is potentially like the tribute camera, the Walt Disney tribute camera, to kind of tie everything together. Again, once we get our new home, if that ever happens, it'll definitely be something that we can place a little bit more focus on, building floating shelving so that we can fit both of the Disney Castles comfortably, and we don't have to take the tops off to fit them into the Lego room. Now, we are going to be having a couple big update videos coming here, and definitely looking forward to making some more content. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and thanks for stopping by.